Greetings, I'm here.
Is that you again, Michael?
This is Archangel Michael.
Good to see you again. How are you
Yes, thank
feeling?
you.
How are you feeling since we spoke last?
I feel okay.
That's good. That's good. It
I
turns out
feel
that
I feel
yeah,
hope for humanity.
it turns out that a lot of people have a lot of questions for you after our last discussion. The comments section went bananas, and everybody's got something to say.
Please go ahead.
Well, there's a whole bunch of different themes here that I'm going to ask questions on. But my first one is, who brought you to Earth? How did you get here?
We were enticed,
Hmm. By whom?
Metatron.
What
We
did he
thought
say?
we thought we would be doing good.
Why did you believe Metatron?
He had answers to many questions that we had.
So where were, yeah, okay. So where were you before this?
It was a long time ago. We were in a higher realm and we were curious.
So you were on a home world at some point in the past?
A higher realm,
Hmm.
yes, a planet that was in 12th dimension, as you would know it.
And how many planets have you been on with Metatron? You personally?
This one only with Metatron, but we have branched out with direction from the Galactic Council.
Is your species split up and spread across many planets?
Yes, we were
And
one of many. We were the first.
how many planets are we talking?
31.
And do they each have a Metatron or a Metatron-like figure?
Similar, yes. He makes copies of himself.
I thought so. And what specifically is your relationship with Metatron? The more detail you can give us right now, the better this will go.
We report to Yahweh, who reports to Metatron. Although they seem to have a co-worker relationship, but Metatron can put him in check.
So Metatron is slightly senior to Yahweh, is what you're saying.
Yes, the Metatron has authority from the Galactic Council.
So whose idea was it to make Yahweh the head honcho for a number of religions?
He volunteered. He had many ideas.
Is there a Yahweh figure on the other 31 planets?
Yes. A different Yahweh, but similar authority.
And how do you see Yahweh's relationship with humanity?
He has conflicting agendas. I see the good in him as a grandfather figure. However, I don't like his actions that would appear as cruelty. It pains me. It pains us.
Is Yahweh schizophrenic?
He's not one of us.
No, he's not. But that's not the question I asked. Is there more than one personality in Yahweh?
Yes,
How many?
5.
What species are we talking about here? What kinds of...
He is ET.
Say again?
He is ET.
Mm-hmm.
He comes from another world. In the 6th dimension.
How did he end up doing this kind of work?
He came on a ship. He observed. He observed humanity for some time.
Mm-hmm.
He attempted to manipulate, but that's not quite the word. He attempted to make some changes, but his authority was limited, and therefore he volunteered for this position.
Did Metatron trick him into it as well?
Yes.
And so where did the other 4 personalities in Metatron's body come from?
Yahweh.
Sorry, Yahweh's body come from?
He has personalities in various dimensions, and he has accumulated them. He has integrated them into himself as power, as the entity presented a power that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He consumed it.
He would absorb it.
Yes.
Can you characterize
There is a kind and loving personality. However, it is overshadowed by the others. So I'm just suggesting to him that the different personalities in the Bible are true, and he's saying yes. So the vengeful God, the kind and loving God, the neutral for the greater good personality. There is a trickster as well in there.
wow,
Playful.
is the trickster sadistic?
Say that again?
sadistic? Is the trickster personality sadistic?
No, more playful trickster.
But I'm sure the Bible buffs will have a great time decoding that.
Yes, and because he has different names to different cultures,
Mm-hmm.
they can attribute different actions to those different personalities. And that's why they don't compare very well across cultures.
That's what everybody fights about.
Yes, my God is better than your God, and yet they are the same.
Yeah, I always thought that everybody went to the same party, came home. I went to the same party with Yahweh or whoever you want to call him, and they all come home with different memories, and since then they've got to fight about it. But that just deepens that idea.
Yes, he has many faces.
And not all of them loving and kind.
Correct.
I want to take things in a different direction because this is one that's really relevant to, well, the entire mystic community. When somebody receives a blessing from you, is it 100% benign or is there something else going on there?
We will give a blessing if it suits the timeline. We look down the timeline and ensure that this blessing will not interfere.
Hmm.
And when we give it, we have taken energy from the recipient
Hmm.
and we store it for later use.
So people pay for their blessings.
Correct.
And whether they get the blessing or not depends on whether it suits your agenda.
Not necessarily our agenda, but we check that it does not interfere with other people, time frames, events.
All right. So what if I said, right now the timeline that your gang wants is an AI control state. So you won't give a blessing that contradicts that.
That is not our preferred timeline. However, we see it happening.
But it's in the jumble of things that you will allow to happen.
We will take it to the edge.
That's not a straight answer, mate.
We will allow it to a certain point, and when we will not let it go to a point of no return.
What about
However, the experiment is interesting.
what about absolute freedom for the earthlings, for the humans? Is that on your agenda?
That is possible.
Is it on your agenda?
It is one of the possibilities.
No. The answer is no. Well, that's definitely not a yes. Well, when you give a blessing, is there any hostile coding in there? Or coding that suits you and not them?
There is the coding of loyalty.
Yep.
There is the coding of You will be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
There is a coding of you will use this for only beneficial purposes.
So you'll be loyal and grateful to angel kind, but you guys don't do curses.
No.
Is it the same with other deities?
Other deities, many of them are artificial.
Yeah.
Therefore, they do the bidding of those who created them.
And who's responsible for creating the greatest number of them?
Muslims,
No, they fueled it. Who created it? Who's the architect?
Metatron,
Does he make individual deities or whole pantheons?
he has a template
Mm-hmm.
and he gives whoever wants to put energy into a deity, he gives them the template,
Mm-hmm.
which is neutral. And then the energy put into it develops that deity accordingly. I see the template as a geometry. It's like a
Yeah, of course.
geometric type of,
That's
like
how that's how Metatron works, yeah.
yeah, it's like a grid, a light grid of sorts in a
Well,
shape, geometric shape.
well, here's a question. Is geometry a language?
Yes,
What would you say it's the language of?
the light.
Your light?
Universal light.
Well, there's false light and clean light. Are you going to say clean light?
It is neutral. And can be manipulated either way.
Yeah, it's a language. You can speak whatever you want into being. So these deities that Metatron is building is another name for them demons?
They're slightly different. They're not fueled the same as deities,
Yeah.
and they generally exist before someone prays to them or summons them. They already exist. Whereas the deity is a template given to those people to create the deity with, whereas the demons are already created and they are summoned.
Demons are a little bit simpler of a construct, aren't they?
Yes, and they are ultimately controlled from above.
Yep.
They do not have the instructions come from above, not from those who summon them.
Yeah, I get that. Do you exchange any energy with demon kind?
No,
Do you exchange any energy with deities?
yes,
Who are
we
your
con-
favorite?
we contract to them.
What do you mean? They employ you or you employ them?
They will employ us to do. They will ask us for favors, and we help them. if it's appropriate.
But you know, if it fits with your ethos.
Yes.
Are you more effective at things than deities?
Yes.
Can you give us an example of something that you'd be, you know, somebody would pray to the deity for this, and then it would be provided by you?
Blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Be specific.
sickness, healing.
Yep.
Generally, the healing is done by the individual themselves. We
Mm-hmm.
just trigger the ability in them.
Mm-hmm.
The deities cannot do that. The deities are like a filter.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
They will
middleman.
filter.
They're
They will
middleman.
filter all the blessings to us and ask us for help with some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the actions that are attributed to the deities are done by the individuals themselves, and the deities just take
Credit.
attribution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe that. So if Islam's energy is going to Metatron and he's out there building questionable spirits, where does the Vatican, or the Roman Catholic and the Vatican energy go?
To Satan.
Right. Where does the synagogue's energy go?
Metatron.
How long ago did Satan take control of Rome, of the Roman Church?
Fully 200 years ago.
Oh, I thought it would be a bit longer. But you
He
guys
had his,
rewrote.
he had his hand in it for a while, but there was a lot of resistance.
Well, yeah, I imagine there would be. But you guys rewrote history around that, didn't you?
The church did, yes.
And so this is a theory I've had for a while, and I'd like to run it by you. Every Roman Catholic church has an altar, and each altar collects prayer that is then shunted out to Rome to be used and consumed by Satan. Is that what's going on?
Correct.
I always felt that angels and altars have very, very similar energies. Could you speak to that?
Some of the uh, before Satan took control of the church, the angels stood at the altars and gathered energy and passed it up to Yahweh.
Fair enough.
Moreover,
Is this why nobody's in church anymore?
yes, and there are scattered angels that will still do that, mostly to the smaller churches that are insignificant.
Yeah. So why are you involved with such questionable characters as Satan and Mephisto and Metatron and Yahweh? Like, why are you involved with them?
We are contracted. We have a noose over our heads.
So it's us or you. We have to be exploited or you'll die.
Not just us individually, but our species. Our species is limited.
Did they take the capacity to breed away from your species?
We lost it naturally.
And
We
that
did it to ourselves.
they're willing to sacrifice us so your species can continue.
We had the ability, but when we came down from the higher dimensions, we no longer had the ability to replicate.
Which dimension are you in?
Now,
Yeah.
6.
Mm-hmm.
We were in 12.
How would you describe the difference between the two?
In 6, we have more individuality.
Mm-hmm.
In 12, we were a collective consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
less form. In 6, we still have the ability to present as human form. We can come down to your dimension and present ourselves in physical form, but not for very long. Most of the time when we appear, we are a hologram. It is when we touch individuals that we are in 3D.
Well, that's my next question. False angels. How is that a thing? Is that realistic? Like a lot of the physical miracle-based angels that we see, like you say, are holographic projections.
Yes, the false angels are holographic as well.
So who's impersonating angels and appearing to humans? Well, not appearing, just connecting with humans.
Mm. All of the demons have that ability. All the higher level demons have the ability to project themselves
As
as
angels.
as anything, and therefore they copy us.
Yeah, but it's always, I've got a theory that they, the form that they choose is one that they lift from the human mind.
That is also possible. Yes, they will present as what the human wants to see.
And they know what they want to see because they can rip that data out of the mind.
Yes.
Yes, so a little bit of discernment work and a little I would even suggest pendulum work to make sure you're connecting with the correct with the person you actually claim you wanted to connect with.
Tali has connected correctly.
Because Charlie's awesome. Yeah.
She,
I'm just looking through the questions here. Here we go. So in our last interview, and I think there's a guy out there called Archaics who'll be watching very closely because he's spent 20 years on this question. You've reset humanity many times. True or false?
we did not, but it has been reset.
Who would
We
you
as
say?
in the the Galactic Council.
The Galactic Council ordered it. Who enforced it?
Metatron.
And what is the objective? What is the point of all this?
Experiment.
We're not bloody lab rats, mate. Perhaps you, and what are they trying to find out? What other objectives have they got?
They wish to discover higher dimensions. They believe there are more.
But they're just looking for somewhere else to invade then, aren't they?
There is a curiosity, a belief that there is more connection to be had.
But I'm just going to lead to the conclusion that if there are territories of existence, some of them they'll never be able to reach.
They have created, the experiment is in creation. The experiment is to create beings that have the ability to imagine what is beyond and create it.
Human beings have that ability though, don't they?
Yes.
And none of you guys do.
They have that ability, but also the ability to destroy, which is why we monitor.
And humans have that ability too.
Humans do, correct. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about humans. That as much as humans were created to imagine and manifest, they can also manifest their decline, which has happened previously.
Well, we're being told to, aren't we?
Yes, although humanity has been led by the wrong decisions or influenced, they do also naturally have the ability to destroy. You could not have one without the other.
We've been making warfare on demonkind for quite some time. Have you noticed?
Yes.
How effective would you say we've been?
Somewhat. You cannot destroy them entirely.
Why not?
Metatron has the templates.
And he'll
and
use
can
loose to
reproduce them.
rebuild them.
We can rebuild them, yes. So although they need energy to rebuild, therefore the amount of energy that goes into building them is dissipating. They need organic input. They cannot be powered through energy that has not come from organic people, organic beings.
Has their population been reduced?
Yes, greatly.
By what percentage?
68%.
And was that all us, or was there other groups involved?
Others included.
What percentage is our group responsible for?
21%.
Is that the biggest group?
No.
Whose is the bigger group?
Buddhists.
Well, they've got, 1,000 times the resources I do.
Correct.
What percentage did the Buddhists knock over?
30%.
Well, I think we're still being competitive.
Yes. The Buddhists can only the top level know how to do this. Many get there but don't stay long.
What do you mean?
They rise to the level of being able to do this work. However, they will be pulled away if they can't cope. They are lacking
In backbone.
the word I'm looking for, lacking in there's something that they're not doing, there's something, information they don't have.
Isn't it called grit?
Perhaps the ability to not that to defend themselves. They are willing to sacrifice themselves for it. However, they should not do that.
No, I agree. So are you telling me that my defense work is technologically superior to that of the Buddhists?
You both have different approaches. I would say equal in effect. However, they seem to be attacked more.
Yeah, it almost feels like they've given up fighting us.
The demons or the Buddhists?
Demons.
They are concentrating on other plans. They are taking a multi-layered approach to hit more people more often.
And you're saying it's not possible for us to succeed in making demonkind extinct?
The templates are still there, however, you can succeed in removing the energy that they need.
And they're just a little bit too expensive to replace, eh?
Correct.
I suspect, though I'm not sure, if the fight on Earth has bankrupted that empire or not.
Which empire?
The empire that you're part of, the empire that the Great Nothing and the Council are part of.
Yes, somewhat.
Yes, somewhat. We've somewhat bankrupted them.
We are not receiving as much energy as before. you have reduced the channels of energy.
Yeah, we did.
We, as the L, do not require human energy as demonkind does. We do take energy that is given to us, however, we use it to fuel, for example, blessings and such. We don't use it to live, to survive.
Where do you get your energy from?
We are self-sustaining, as humans are.
How did you end? Yeah, look, how did you end up in demonkind's employ? Like, you're a superior kind of being. What are you doing here?
We were tricked by Metatron. We are employed by Metatron.
Why did you accept the trick?
We were naive.
I'll come back to this question. Yeah, I don't want to cause you too much pain. You've been quite honest and clear with us, or mostly honest and mostly clear with us. The next question is, what were the objectives? Well, just returning to this one, what was the objectives of the resets that have been enforced on Earth? The cultural resets.
We looked down the timelines and realized that it was heading in the wrong direction, that the next node in the timeline would have set mankind on the wrong course, and it would have been beyond repair. And because
define wrong course,
self-destruction, basically.
We,
even though Earth is one of the many worlds, it ripples out, its effects ripple out. Even though we have a time construct, it still does ripple out, but at less so.
In order to effect this, have you had to change local time?
Yes, we have. There is I say we, but the L did not do this. There is a time bubble of sorts around the solar system.
Yep.
That reduces the impact of the ripples.
But the change in physics also makes things easier for your army, right?
We operate in the same way, with or without the time construct.
Don't you want us to destroy ourselves?
No.
But we're watching your council, you know, Satan, Mephisto, Metatron, and Yahweh and you. We're watching your council being incredibly destructive with humanity.
We are putting the brakes on the destruction. It is not ideal.
So you don't let us destroy ourselves so you guys can do it? Am I thinking right?
There is individual destruction versus collective destruction. We do not want the collective destruction.
You want to take a break?
Yeah.
Let's come back in a minute, yeah?